Hello everyone, and welcome to another DL concept analysis, a series of videos where I discuss about upcoming dinosaur concept arts released for Evrima. Today we will explore the Diabloceratops. Diabloceratops eotoni, also known as devil hornface, a medium-sized ceratopsian from the late Cretaceous that inhabited the wet floodplains of what is now Utah, United States, 79 million years ago. Devil belonged to the Centrosaurinae family, one of the two major types of ceratopsians, known for their short frills. Diablo specifically was one of the smallest medium-sized centrosaurines, only reaching 18 feet in length and barely surpassing 6 feet in height. One of their most distinct physical features, however, and what gave them their iconic name, were their strangely long pair of spikes at the top of their frills pointing sideways, while also being one of the few ceratopsians missing a nasal horn. Despite being from the late Cretaceous, Diabloceratops was one of the earliest centrosaurines to appear in the fossil records, showing characteristics from both centrosaurines and chasmosaurines, showing that they were part of the initial species that caused the split between the two families long ago. Devils exist in the game for a long time, and since its initial iteration they were feared for their ferocity. Even though they are short mid-tier ceratopsians, Diabloceratops possess a very strong arsenal that makes it an extremely dangerous opponent. They are the singular mid-tier herbivore capable of dealing bleed damage, and with the best stamina regen in the game, high damage, and scarily fast movement speed. Running away from these small potatoes is a very difficult task, and facing them in combat is just as hard. Their relatively high HP values makes them a surprisingly tough dinosaur, sustaining a very good amount of punishment for a mid-tier. Obviously, not being an invincible killing machine, experienced devil players can be a dangerous sight to behold to everyone, including apexes. But will Diablo's demonic spirit be retained in Evrima? It's time to find out. The concept itself doesn't provide us with a clear demonstration of an exclusive, distinct mechanic to our little potat. What it shows, however, is that their hyper-aggressive nature not only remained through the transition, but it is emphasized in a new version. It's not clear here, but it has been confirmed by the developers that they will in fact downsize Diablo, possibly demoting them to small tier, but by checking these images, it seems that there won't be a problem. From small dinos like Herrera and Trudon, to large predators like Albertosaurus, no carnivore flees unscathed from Devils. Utahs get absolutely obliterated by them, clearly defining them as an extremely strong ceratopsian for its size. Even Carnos seem to have a rough time with Diablos, with the specimen being pierced on its throat. There's a possibility that they will have a countermeasure to pouncing, by rolling and using their own weight to damage the predator in question. Even social interaction seems to be on an aggressive side with these fellas, shown here with these two specimens engaging in some sort of duel, clashing their horns and frills into each other, a depiction very commonly seen in ceratopsians. An activity shared with hatchlings apparently. This next image specifically shows us two important characteristics that we might see once Devil gets released. By seeing this specimen picking up a Trudon, it is possible that this might be a charge attack. This makes more sense if we combine with the image below. The charge can be used to either gore the opponent, or grab it if it's small enough. Personally, I doubt that we'll plan something like this, but I believe it's important to at least put it on a table. Another thing that this image shows is that Devils might be faster than in Evrima, shown by the presence of this dust trail. Not only that, Trudons are already confirmed to be a relatively fast dinosaur, so Diablos being fast enough to catch a bunch of them off guard like this might be an indication that they are getting a speed buff. And finally, in this last picture, we have some info about Albertosaurus, surprisingly. Just as a small tangent, I'm personally glad to see Alberto's getting the proper treatment it deserves, being established as a high mid-tier carnivore. With all the information present in the concept, we can assume that the developers intend to turn Diabloceratops into an over-aggressive ceratopsian that promotes a much more offensive playstyle. Their size reduction and boosting speed supports this theory, deepening the niche these herbivores will possess in the new isle. It could also serve as a balancing decision. The bulls in Legacy were already extremely strong due to their overall stats. By making them more ferocious, fast, but also more vulnerable to incoming damage, would tilt its learning curve, but once fully mastered, its presence could be just as intimidating as it was in the past. Obviously nothing that I just mentioned has been confirmed, but if my assumptions are correct, the bulls will be one of the few offensive herbivores in the isle, and a very good one at that. Please don't fuck this up. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to watch previous concept analysis, there will be a playlist available in the end credits. If you are interested in discussions about the Isle and its future, check out the rest of my content. Also, a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters for supporting the channel and the content I create. If you want to join the ranks, the link will be in the description. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and opinions down below, join our Discord server for memes and pale your nerd stuff, and I hope to see you soon. Stay safe.